Hello everyone. In this video, we are learning about the topic free fall and the terminal velocity. So sometimes for your grade, this topic might be a little bit confusing. What is free fall and what is terminal velocity? We are going to discuss that in detail. Just be patient and watch the video till end and you will have a very good clarity about this topic of free fall and terminal velocity. So if I take this pen or the marker, I should say the marker, and I drop it, then the pen will go down. The pen is going down or the marker is going down because of gravity. So right now when the height is small, right, the object is not at a very large height. So in that case, when the object is falling, the air resistance is almost negligible. So the only force which is acting on the object is the gravitational pull. So when an object falls under the force of gravity, and I should say under the only force which is gravity, then it's called as free fall. So let me take this marker and I will write here. So in case of free fall, the force which acts on the object is gravity or gravitational pull, right? So when a skydiver jumps from a plane, so for initial time this skydiver is in free fall. It means the vertical velocity of the object initially will be at rest. If the plane is going horizontally, then the vertical velocity will be 0. V is equal to 0. And once the skydiver will jump from the plane, because of the acceleration due to gravity, his velocity will keep on increasing. Now, as the velocity keeps on increasing, you will find the air resistance which is acting upward increases as well. So what increases? Air resistance. Now there will be further increase in velocity, which is downward velocity, because acceleration due to gravity is still strong enough. Now, as the downward velocity is increasing, air resistance is increasing. So downward velocity is increasing and air resistance is also increasing. There will be one situation where the downward force acting on the object, and how do you find the downward force? You know F is equal to m into g. Downward force acting on the object will be is equal to the upward force applied by the air, or I should say the air resistance. So when the downward force, which is F down, is equal to F air, then the velocity of the object becomes constant. Why? Because the acceleration becomes 0. So if I write here when downward force becomes equal to air resistance upward, then acceleration of the object is zero. So what you can say here is, when downward force Fd and the force applied by the air resistance, they are equal, so there is no acceleration, neither upward nor down. So acceleration is zero, and when the acceleration is zero, then what happens? Velocity of object is constant. Now, constant velocity does not mean that the velocity of object is zero. No, it's not at all. The velocity of object may be very high, for example 1000 meters or 1000 kilometers per second, whatever it is. But it can be a very high velocity depending on the shape of the object and depending on the how much air resistance is acting on the object. So velocity of object is constant, right? And when the velocity of object is constant, this velocity, constant velocity, is called as terminal velocity. And at terminal velocity, the force applied by air is equal to the weight of the object, or you can say the downward force is equal to the downward force. So I will write here F air is equal to mg. So I hope you understood this topic. Keep revising and we will see some other topic in the next video.